From paddleboarding with minke whales to waking up inside an Antarctic caldera. Ice, glaciers and wildlife I was expecting. But, as I'm discovering, Antarctica is full of surprises. An ancient volcano amongst this landscape is truly a sight to behold. This is Deception Island in the South Shetland Islands of the Antarctic. It's unlike anywhere else in this vast wilderness and harbours a sombre past, having served as a bustling whaling station in the 1900s. It was one of the few places that didn't ice over in the winter months, owing to the geothermal activity. This fascinating landscape is far from the average annual holiday, and that's exactly the appeal for many of the guests.
Well, I think it's always been a bit of a dream of mine in the first instance, and then we've always been a bit more adventurous.
And it's like when you're out in the Zodiac, you're seeing all of this, and then you come in and enjoy like a glass of champagne or something. It's kind of like, it's very surreal.
You have to pinch yourself a little bit.
From one surreal landscape to the next, we're settling in for a couple of days at sea as we head north from the Antarctic Peninsula to South Georgia, known as the Serengeti of the Southern Ocean, thanks to its teeming wildlife.
Welcome to South Georgia. It's the pinnacle of wildlife experiences on the planet. It's just a mere speck in the Southern Ocean. But what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in the rich history and the mind-boggling numbers of penguins and fur seals. At the height of the breeding season, this place has the greatest density of wildlife on Earth.
And we have front row seats to all the action.
Good morning, Tina. Here we've got one of the largest king penguin colonies on South Georgia, as well as lots of fur seals, a couple elephant seals, and right ahead of us, we've got the largest concentration I've ever seen of Wilson's storm petrels.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Every time I get here, I look forward to that same feeling you get. My goosebumps get going, my heart beats faster. The picturesque beauty of the mountains, the abundant wildlife. The rest of the beach is absolutely littered with seals, penguins, the serenity of everything around you, and nothing seems at all to be perturbed by our presence.
They're curious.
They are very curious.
Well, we haven't even got to shore, and the king penguins are all here beside the Zodiac. Thank you. Amazing. Hello. Speechless. I have no words. It's so beautiful. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I could get this close to a penguin. Hello? It's so curious. Hey, are you interested in us? I don't know why. You're far more interesting. Yeah, I didn't anticipate how I would feel, but how I am feeling is, yeah, just absolute privilege. Absolute privilege to be here.
We're on the north coast of the island of South Georgia, renowned as a breeding site for tens of thousands of king penguins. Its beaches are also home to southern elephant seals and a growing fur seal population.
So when I stepped in here, it just sounds like this cacophony of noise, but how does anyone know who anyone else is?
The cacophony is just as impressive as you can witness it. And it's basically, imagine yourself walking into a stadium full of people wearing tuxedos and you don't know who is who. So the vocalizations carry a very distinctive pitch and sound that we can barely detect. They will tell males from females who is who calling each other.
They're being followed.
There's some company.
Come on.
The mass explosion of wildlife is a surreal sight. So too, the dramatic surroundings.
What is it that they find so attractive?
They really don't call like a particular territory. They really want to be well spread, protected, and some of the things important in the colony is to be close to the source of food as well.
It's so reassuring to know that there's like a wilderness area where there's all this breeding going on.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's untouched.
Yeah, it really is. It's pretty unique, very spectacular.
Honestly, when we left on the trip, I wasn't totally sure what to expect, and it's just blown me away. It's so beautiful. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, and that's really one reason why we chose this itinerary, is because we knew it stopped at South Georgia, and we had known that there was a lot of wildlife in South Georgia, but this is still far exceeding what we imagined.
Me too.
Yeah.